theoretically speaking, from a design perspective, like what kinds of things can designers do to try and like build this genuine relationship?
It's a great question. So you can do a couple things. So one, I think that if you err on the side of creating tools, utilities, you're going to be in a good spot. You can count on it because you can also trick yourself. A way that you can't trick yourself is a tool. So like Google Maps is a tool. Google Maps isn't saying like, do you want to like rate your cab ride here? It's like, no, thank you for getting me here on time, Google Maps. And I don't need to talk to you anymore. I'll talk to you later. And I think those things, they pop up, they can bring us together, and they can be valuable utilities. We think about timeless tools. So things that have been around forever, calendars, lists, maps, things like that. Those are things that can be actually quite personal. They can be social, they can be fun. But if you just treat those things as like your foundation, you're not inventing a new need. Like if you're inventing a new need, I think maybe you're part of the problem.
I'm also interested in a piece you wrote about the fact that it's an important time for design. Finally, people are recognizing it as like a very integrated piece of a product. But you also said something that really stood out to me in that piece, which is you worry that design is being set up to fail. Mm-hmm. What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is I'm a business guy. And so I hang out with a lot of business type people. I hear business type chatter, and I saw a lot of attention on design. And it became something that VCs were talking about, business leaders, you got to have it. You got to get yourself some design, get a guy who looks like Yves Behar, bring him in, have him put some sticky notes up and all that kind of stuff. And so I can tell you designer after designer after designer who would be designer number one at a startup that really made a lot of its headway early on because of design. And that person maybe got like 0.2% of the company that then got sold for $30 million. It's like, you did it, and somebody else made $30 million. I want you to at least make $1 billion. That would be nice. And so I always felt like designers were taken advantage of, and in a way that engineers weren't. So I thought, here's a moment for you to like go for it. But I think what happened more is because design is more accessible than engineering, I can't go pretend to set up a server. Like I just didn't set up a server. Because of that, I think business people just grabbed design. So I don't actually think it worked. Design, the word, is now everywhere. Good job, the word design. But designers, the community, I don't think they're getting much from it. And I don't think that those of us on the receiving end of designed products are also getting much from it because those people didn't actually get to the position that they want.
So the setting up to fail that you mentioned, mm-hmm. you think happened?
I believe that happened, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Just in terms of the upper bounds of what designers could, where designers could be in the organizational chart and the influence that they could have had on society.
So essentially, there's this idea that design is important, but yet mm-hmm. the actual recognition that whether you acknowledge it or not, design is foundational and present everywhere has not been made.
Well, design is objectively important, but what design is has not been internalized. Design is not decoration, it's foundation. It's not the molding on the building, it's the underlying architecture. Like it's the blueprints down, that's when you're really doing design, and that is from the beginning.